Yo, Travis, next season, any chance we can have shorter practices?
Travis, don't listen to him.
But like, I'm just sitting here for another 12 minutes doing nothing when we could be racing.
How about you just join practice later?
I have, I have nothing else going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in, we can have less practice, like 50 to like 40, like even 30. But like, that's a long haul, but you never know.
Go to the suggestions channel and leave your suggestion there on it.
This is a suggestion channel. No, this is Irish. Hashtag suggestion channel. Boom.
All right, guys, you hear them on the track here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Welcome in as we get ready for race number 9 of the Great Lakes Truck Series here at the Last Great Coliseum. The captain with you, Chris Scala, of course, as I talked about the last couple of weeks. The new work schedule has come into play, and here I am tonight, able to show practice and everything to you tonight for this race that'll kick off here in about 10 minutes or about 15 minutes or so. As you see, there's 6 minutes left in practice. They'll qualify, and as you see up on the ticker, we'll race at about 8:50 or so. We'll hit the green flag and go racing this evening for 200 laps around this half-mile short track. Going to be some fun racing here tonight. It's the penultimate round. I actually said the word right. I'm very impressed with that. For this series, of course, next week we'll be at Homestead for 300 miles, the longest race on their schedule for next week, and should be fun as we crown a champion for season number 1 of the Truck Series. But I just wanted to come in and say hello. I have been here the whole time, and I've been muted because, well, I purposely did that because that's just how I am. I was waiting for somebody to say, hey, you're muted right now. Which I knew that. But we'll come up here. We'll come back in a couple minutes. We'll get you ready for qualifying and for the race. And appreciate you guys joining us on Captain TV. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Punch it in the face. And we'll get ready.
No.
All right, welcome in to Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. It is round number 9 of the Great Lakes Truck Series. The penultimate race here as we get ready for 200 laps around the last Great Coliseum. It is, of course, the Bristol Motor Speedway. Welcome in. Chris Scala, the captain, with you as we get ready for 200 laps here around this half-mile oval. As you see, the track itself, one thing that will fool you is this looks like a straight-up oval. There is actually a little of a oblong look to it. And that's actually true. And look at the weather. 89 degrees in this warm afternoon around this half-mile oval. 50% humidity, cloudy with 6 mile-an-hour winds, which that's not really going to matter because we're in a stadium pretty much around this Bristol Motor Speedway here for the Great Lakes Truck Series. Getting ready for some fun racing coming up this evening as we get ready. We are about 40 seconds away from qualifying, and we'll get that on here very shortly. But let's take a look at what has gone down so far this season. Let's start with the point standings. You'll see that up here on the screen as I get the ticker off. There we go. Yep, you'll see this is straight from the website, GreatLakesSimRacing.com. Right there for you. Keith Calhoun, he leads the points right now by 29, and yeah, let me get that off real quickly here. Turn the microphones off. But 29 points is the point lead for Calhoun. I'm stalling because there we go. Trying to get it back on the screen. Over Christopher Dean, who is right there behind him. Pretty much one race separates pretty much the top two there. And when I say one race, I mean one race separation when it comes to the way the finishing order is gone. Calhoun's been very consistent. He did miss one race. Christopher Dean had the bad race at Eldora. Otherwise, he's been running pretty well. Of course, Dylan Glass now up to the third position. Zach Allman is up to fourth. And the big loser last week was actually Justin Swafford. You see him down there, or I should say Dylan Glass. He had a big point loss last week going into that race. He now sits almost 80 points back in the third position. You see the points behind 58. Dylan Glass back now from Keith Calhoun, Zach Allman 89 back, Chris Evans 153. So it's right now a four-man show for the championship. Zach Allman, he has been the guy that has won the last two races, looking to make it 3 in a row. And oh, by the way, he's been the fastest car in practice. So we definitely have what is shaping up to be a fun race tonight here in Bristol. Now looking over here, Dylan Glass, he is in the field also tonight. Christopher Dean is here. We have a kind of a smaller field, so we won't see as many trucks tonight here for this truck series, but should still be a great race this evening. So here we go. I'm going to take that off the screen as qualifying is now starting on the track. I'm actually going to go to this so you can see who's running where in qualifying. We'll put the best time up there so you can see how this is all shaping up right now. Robert Lukens is the pole sitter in his return. He hasn't been here for a little bit, actually. And he is good to see him back out here, I should say. There are your lap times as of right now. See who else gets out there as soon as I say that. Dylan Glass, he has gone to the pole. There's the 48 on the track. 48 of Christopher Dean. Not done anything yet here in qualifying. Anyone else here is Travis, or not Travis, but Swafford, Justin Swafford. Out there on the track. You'll see the qualifying times down there at the bottom. Now Swafford at 15 flat right now. See Glass, Lukens, and Evans, your top three. 48 is sitting down there at the end of pit road. Not sure if that is a strategy move. Maybe heating the truck up a little bit. But the 48 is sitting kind of down there. No one else on track at all. Kind of got me a little curious too. What could be happening here? And finally he tows. Oh, or he just blinks. One of the two. All right, the 88 will get a lap here. Let's actually go on board for this lap. Lucas Josephson. Watch 2 quick laps around Bristol here. Whole time 14.956. We have had 7 pole winners in 8 races. The only repeat, Zach Allman. Can Lucas make it 8 out of 9? All right, up there, top of the banking. That's how you get the run. Bring her down off the corner there. Let's see first lap. He has to beat a 14.95. He caught the wall a little bit there. If that gave him a 0x, this won't count. JD Green going to bring the Ninja Turtles out there. Lucas 16-1. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 14.978. It said 16-1 at the bottom. Fooled me. And JD Green. Let's see. He is across the line. I'm still learning this whole qualifying thing with the bottom. He tags the wall. Oh, Turtle there not having good luck. Noah Maori. Fill it in for best. Right now, P9 15-2. Crosses the line this time by. He moves up a 10th, 15-1. So I should note really quickly, you're probably not going to hear anything when it comes to noises outside my microphone, because I'm obviously obnoxiously loud. But I should mention, where I live up here in the north end of Georgia, we are starting to get the effects of Hurricane Sally. And so just be aware tonight that you might hear me go quiet for a second or whatever. That's just because I hear things hitting my roof or whatever. So just kind of keeping that in mind here. But hopefully everybody in Florida is doing okay after what has happened down there with that slow-moving storm. Definitely thinking about everybody down there. And hopefully, on my end, selfishly, I say it doesn't affect us that much. All right, we grid for race number 9. Here at Bristol, Dylan Glass going to be the pole sitter. As you'll see the ticker go across the top of the screen here. Don't mind that timer. I'm not sure what that's all about. But anyways, that'll show your starting lineup for this race of 13 trucks. I'll line them up there behind the pace car, the 25 truck of Glass. The 33, Robert Lucan's going to start second there. Lucas Josephson and Chris Evans, that 23 truck, will start third. There's Travis Icavacci and Justin Swafford, 5th and 6th. That actually shouldn't be... I just thought about that. Everything's loaded up on my screen, right? Oh, I wonder if he didn't load it up in... Chris Evans was showing off a paint scheme tonight that he was supposed to run. For some reason it's not on my screen, and I wonder if it's because of the trading paints with the non-pro feature or whatever. I just realized that. All right, gonna go 200 laps around the half-mile oval. It's gonna be a little over 100 miles as they come to the green. Dylan Glass, Robert Lukens, Lucas Josephson, and Chris Evans, the top 4. And here we go, racing Bristol, baby. Remember, only 4 sets of tires and 50% fuel. Ooh, Evans trying to slide already on Lucas Josephson. That is for third. Icavacci going to take that high line as they try to work it. And Travis already getting the wall. That wall shot ain't going to hurt that much. Of course, you got the new model with all the build that just came out with iRacing. And right there, Keith Calhoun, the points leader, started in the back. Let's ride on board. Calhoun already up 5, making 6 positions. He goes by the 23 truck coming up on the back of Icavaci. Trying to work that high line, going to cross him over to the bottom. Just like that, 7 laps already in the books. They run through here really quickly. Dylan Glass out to a 0.6 of a second lead over Robert Lukens. Lucas Josephson up to 3rd, and then it's this mess. Swafford, Allman, Maori back here in the 8th position, also a part of this fight. Trucks pacing around here at 14.9, the fastest lap, already down 15.2s and 3s, so falling off about a half second here. Some of these trucks might be trying to save some tires. Otherwise, Justin Swafford started in the 6th position, looking to take 5th away from Travis. Working that bottom line, trying to get it going. Not able to do so, and that's going to bring the 18, Zach Allman, your winner of the last 2 races at Charlotte and Darlington, trying to get another one here at Bristol. And he'll take the position away, going to bring the 52 of Maori in there, filling in for Best tonight. Best missed the last 2 races now. There is Dean and Swafford, those guys here, everybody working their way through. Oh, almost a little contact there with Allman and Icavaci. Cooler heads prevail. Some tight racing here. But clean and green so far in the first 16 laps. Evans going to poke a nose outside there, not able to get it. As we ride on board. Oh, that's close. Racing all over this place. That's what makes Bristol so much fun. Not sure what kind of fuel strategy we're going to get, as I thought I saw a pass happening up here. Yep, Zach Allman going to pass Calhoun. I mentioned earlier, Allman, the hottest driver on the circuit, has made the pass on Calhoun. Again, only 13 trucks here starting this evening. And now Evans starting to work his way back in. Started up there in the 4th position, has fallen back 3 spots. Maybe save those tires. Oh, and Calhoun scraping it up. And Sam Barnes has brought The 22 in for an unscheduled pit stop. Not sure what's going on there with the Gran Turismo truck, but he's taking her behind the wall. So our first truck out of the race, the 22 of Barnes. And the battle of Guggen trucks. Should remind you, if you look down there at the bottom of the screen, you will see the Great Lakes Truck Series website, GreatLakesSimRacing.com. Make sure you check that out. You can get the schedule and standings. This is the penultimate round. The final race next week at Homestead Miami Speedway will be the final race on the schedule. They actually just released Season 2 schedule, which you will see here on Captain TV. That'll be Talladega. They're going to extend the races out a little bit further. And a couple other changes on there, so make sure you do go to GreatLakesSimRacing.com. Check out their website. If you want to be a part of the series, I'm sure they'll be accepting applications here at the end of the season. You'll be a part of this very fun, clean league. Again, they run 50% fuel and limited tire sets. So these trucks are actually going to be on pit road probably in the next 25 laps or so, 25 to 30 laps. As Calhoun, or should say Keith Calhoun falling back a little bit, and here comes Allman up here with Evans. Or I shouldn't say with Evans, with Maori. Evans is behind him. He's coming there. And Allman going to make the pass, move him up to third. Zach started sixth. As Robert Lucan's coming off the pace, actually. Not sure what happened to the 33 here. Got to check on this. Oh, he got loose off the corner. We will back up a little further so we can see it. But Robert was running second at the time. Oh, he caught the wall. Ugh. That is not a clean tide ride anymore. Very easy to do at a track like Bristol. Catch that wall, and thankfully he kept it out of the inside wall. So with that, Zach Allman now taking second away from Lucas Josephson. So Allman on the run. Of course, I see the name Allman. I think of the Allman Brothers. Zach may be born a rambling man or something. Field's starting to spread out just a little bit here as they put laps on. You see the comers and goers throughout the field. Those who save some tires up. Somebody caught the wall there. I think it was Lukens again. We ride on board. This is J.D. Green, the 77. The Pennsylvania driver, Daytona winner. Here I'm just kind of rolling it back to the throttle. And he's actually using more of a middle group. The fastest way around the track is up there where Dean is. You got to get up there on the top, but you want to keep the truck out of the wall too, kind of like Darlington last week. There you go, sliding it up there a little bit. 33 getting a little tight there, allows Dean to go to the bottom. Oh, don't go 3 wide. That that could be crazy. Lukens had that promising run, but unfortunately his Falling back now after getting that wall. As you see, the 52 of Maori going to take the position away. Evans also going by. Now Lucas Josephson starting to fall back a little bit. 11 trucks on the lead lap as Justin Swafford has just gone a lap down. This guy up here, Dylan Glass. That Jeff Gordon paint scheme, how many times have we seen that thing go to victory lane in Bristol? And he's been in the wall actually a little bit. I say 24. He's into 25, but we know what that means, a 24. And yes, if you are watching, yes, there are two 25s. We have him and Travis Ikavachi. The difference is Dylan Glass is actually in the 16 truck on iRacing. But the way Trading Paints and Pro and everything is set up, I have it set up you can actually, number-wise, see the hidden number. Almost quarter distance already in this race. There's Alan Best. Alan on the sideline here the last 2 weeks. I know it's kind of ironic. He sits out in Bristol and Darlington. Probably a smart idea. Didn't want to put up with the stress of that track. Who would? There's his truck right there, the 52. Maori filling in. Let's peek in real quickly here. There's Alan's driver, filling in. Looks like he fits pretty well there in Alan's seat. Battle for the lead is on. Here comes Allman. Has saved his tires up, worked his way up, kept the truck clean, goes to the bottom here on Glass. Let's see if he can slide up on him. And these trucks are really tight right now with the less fuel and the worn out tires. So that high lane is actually going to be the preferred lane even more now, because it actually, believe it or not, loosens the truck up. To the bottom, almost able to make that move. Got the lap truck, the 15 of Barlow, up here in front. Will trying to stay on that lead lap in a Hooters Chevrolet. Let's see if Allman going to try to split him 3 wide, try the middle groove, not able to, but crosses him over. And got him. First lead change of the night. Zach Allman going for 3 in a row and making that statement. Trying to catch his teammate for the point lead. Allman leads. Let's pick up the battle for third now. Is Chris Evans. And right behind him, the 52, a Maori. Got the special rear bumper cam. Hopefully this thing lasts all race. .52 getting close to that wall back there. You see kind of lurking into the picture, the 25 back there, Vikavachi. You can hear how much they're out of the throttle now. These guys about 2.5 to 3 seconds back from the leader. You see them up there in lap traffic. As a matter of fact, Dylan Glass has gone back to the lead, and now here comes Allman with the point leader right in front of him, Calhoun. Allman needs to slide up here, but he's trying to make that run on Calhoun, his teammate there, not able to do so. There he slides in. See him trying to shorten up the corner and get that run down the banking here on his teammate. Gets to the inside of him. And Calhoun able to hold on so far. Down the back straightaway, and Glass going to get the run again. This is what makes this new Bristol, we still call it New Bristol years later, a lot of fun to watch is the fact you get the side-by-side racing where the old Bristol, it was everybody on the bottom, and you had to bump them out of the way to get the lead. Some like old school, some like new school. I'm okay with both. And Calhoun finally yields the position to the 18. And that's going to allow him to pull away. Dylan Glass is going to have to try to work his way through now. And look how this has brought everybody back in. Look at this. Third, fourth, fifth, all in this picture now within about 2 seconds. As pit stop's going to happen, and Zach Allman right behind Lukens. Getting caught coming to pit road. Now this is the pit road where they got to enter on the back straightaway and exit the back straightaway. So they're using the caution format of NASCAR basically here. So they got to go all the way around this half-mile oval. Probably going to lose 2 to 3 laps. There go the leaders right there by, as he hadn't even gotten to his pit stall yet. So he needs to hope that everything cycles through here as Allman, look at that, 36 seconds later comes to pit road. Right side tires going on here, lap 67. So there's going to be a 2-stop race, maybe. And a 14.82 second pit stop. And Allman's gone, so about a minute on pit road. So that's roughly 4 laps. And here come more leaders. Evans, Icavaci in. Glass still on the track as Maori did move to second. So the question then, do you risk running this thing fully out of fuel and getting that yellow and might trap some people 1, if not 2 laps down? Here, Lucas Josephson also on pit road. You see him. 14.9, he's gone. And Evans going to pull away here. Icavaci going to pull away. As Dylan Glass comes to pit road, giving Maori the lead. Right there you see Glass on pit road. We'll watch the leaders. There goes Icavaci going by. Christopher Dean. There goes Josephson. And there's Allman right there going by. So by that right there, that's a lead change. As Maori will come to pit road. And he is coasting. Is he out of fuel? That is a quiet truck running out of fuel. Hopefully he's got it neutral. Oh, Allen mute the channel or something. And Will Barlow to pit road, and that is going to put the lead back in the hands of Zach Allman. A tough mistake there by Maori in the 52. Not sure. Man, I'm not going to criticize the driver, but, you know, you obviously got a question in this race. You're not trying to get to a certain point, really, to make it on fuel or that kind of thing. But obviously, I think what was going on, Noah's probably trying to get to lap 75 and didn't make it. Either way, going to be a two-stop race more than likely for these drivers. So Allman now leads. Chris Evans 5 seconds back now in second. And then this whole mess. Dylan Glass with a couple of lap trucks he's actually in between a couple lap trucks here. And Travis Icavacci up in the 4th position now. Lucas Josephson, J.D. Green, and Keith Calhoun. And Calhoun, the first one lap down. Oof, that's rough. Lucas there in the 88 doing a pretty good job as he tries to hold off J.D. Green, but has Will Barlow there in front of him, a lap truck. Here comes J.D. into the picture here. That Ninja Turtle machine truck looking to make some moves here and getting back in that top 5 as we ride with them. Put the old battle box up here. This is where everybody's running on the track right now. So we look at the battle for 4th. All the way up there, Icavacci 3.5 seconds or less than 3.5 seconds. Then you got the lap truck of Swafford. You see him right there in the picture. And then Josephson and J.D. Green. And then behind him, you got the lap car of Barlow. And then the leader 3 seconds back. Want to remind you, next week we will be on, I believe, earlier for the series finale at Homestead. It's a 300-mile race, 200 laps around Homestead, as we'll crown a champion. Allman trying to make his case to catch his teammate there. Keith Calhoun, who was the dominator earlier in the season. But should be a fun fight. We'll have it for you next week here on Captain TV. Come and watch us crown a champion for the first time here in the Great Lakes Truck Series. You see Calhoun's, how far he is behind J.D. Green, some 7 seconds. That's half the track, actually. This is the best battle on the track right now. You can see the separate lap time so far. Green has been faster every lap until he caught him. Catching him one thing, passing him another. If I could speak, I'd say it clearly. Appreciate the viewers. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Josephson in the wall. Should say Maori back on the track, but 5 laps down now after running out of fuel. And there goes the 77 by 4 position. Move him to the 5th spot. So Zach Allman has a 4-second lead now over Chris Evans, who's got about a second on Glass. And he's got another 3.5 over Travis Icavacci. You see 25 minutes into this race. We've almost gone halfway in 25 minutes. That's how quick laps go at Bristol. This is why it's called the world's fastest half mile. See the separation on track. Do a quick weather check really quickly here. It is just after 5 o'clock race time. 99-degree track temp. We've gone down 2 degrees in the ambient. Under cloudy skies, so maybe the track's seeing a little more grip, but still very slick out there on the track. And the battle is starting to shape up for second. Dylan Glass is starting to work his way up here on Chris Evans. Glass maybe saving his tires that last time by, or during this pit cycle, I should say. As we officially hit halfway just like that, Calhoun going to go by Evans here, maybe. All this is happening behind 4 seconds behind Zach Allman. I am some reason having issues talking tonight. Show you the lap times at the line here. You see Zach Allman a 15.9. In this battle here, all these guys running 16 seconds laps. So Glass officially clears Calhoun, and now the fight is on with Evans. Let's take a look at pit strategy here real quickly. You see where everybody in the top 8 pitted and how many laps they've been on their tires here. So the first one to pit road on that last cycle was Zach Allman and Christopher Dean at lap 66. And then the 2 latest on the runs was Dylan Glass and, of course, J.D. Green here. As you see Glass moving to the bottom here for position. And Calhoun is there. Evans scraping up the wall, and 3 wide and a 1. Calhoun has said, "Excuse me, I gotta go." But that battle's still on for second. On board with Glass here, and you hear how much he's got to stay out of that throttle. You know, 135 mile an hour down into the corner, about 97. You got to roll out of the throttle a lot more here because of the less fuel. Again, 50% less. So not nearly able to go as long as you can on gas here. Now, I don't want to be the guy that jinxes anything, and I always get yelled at on the stream for jinxing things, but I do know of one other time in iRacing where a Bristol race went caution-free, and it was in the league I help run and stuff on. We run on the weekends, but about 5 or 6 years ago, my father and I started that league. We had about this many trucks, if not a little more, maybe 17. Run a race here at Bristol. It was 175 laps, and believe it or not, went caution-free. We finished in 48 minutes, if I remember that race correctly. in that race. True story. And right now, I mean, again, not to jinx it, but we're 113 laps in without a yellow hanky. Five trucks on their lead lap. Allman, Dylan Glass in second. Chris Evans in third. Travis Icavaci in fourth. And J.D. Green in the fifth position. Another thing I want to bring up that could be coming into effect here. On a long run at a track like Bristol, believe it or not, I'm one that actually races without force feedback. Like, I literally, when I drive my wheel, there's no force feedback at all. But these guys out here, if they're running force feedback, this will kill your arms. I mean, your arms are going to be sore. So let's bring that into play here when it comes to the fatigue factor. But everybody's separated pretty much on the track. This is about the closest battle we have, about a second off. Evans, a lot of rear end damage. See that? He's got kind of a indents on the both ends of his tailgate, but then the back end kind of poked out a little bit there. That might be affecting his truck a little bit. As pit stop starting up. Christopher Dean on pit road. Now this is at lap 117. This is still 83 laps. I don't know if you can go that far on fuel. We just saw the 52 run out of fuel at lap 74. I'll have to watch this strategy here. This could be something where maybe Dean runs 40 laps, pits again, and then comes out with that last set of tires maybe. We'll have to see what this strategy points out for the 48. Maybe some kind of Hail Mary throw here. But you see how the fresh tires work. Linda Ronstadt there, Blue Bayou. We'll show you what these new tires are all about. Last time by, Christopher Dean, 15:49. There's nobody within 8/10, 16:2, the fastest lap last time by. Allman catching a fifth place truck of J.D. Green, looking to put him a lap down. Inside. So basically, I think right about now, let's look at the pit strategy bar again here, as we're 75 to go. Right there, Barlow down in 8th. He went 75 laps. Everybody else last in 75, so you wonder. Oh, as Allman catches the wall there. Little kiss. Oh, and Icavaci slams the wall off of 2. He was able to move on. He's having all kinds of issues up here. Oh no, into the inside wall, but doesn't spin it. Tough break for the 25, but continues on. And here comes the fresh tires of Christopher Dean. I guess that's one way you could pass it, Bristol. New tires. And, oh, I thought Allman was coming to pit road there. But a reminder, next week, Homestead for the finale That is going to be a fun race, and as Travis Icovanci to pit road. He is running slow here. And he, well, tries to pull it into the garage, and unfortunately iRacing has an invisible barrier there. And Icovanci going behind the wall. He must have ran out of fuel. It's unlike Martinsville, where you can actually drive in the infield. Allman going down here to the bottom. This is the old Bristol. If you have never watched a Bristol race pre-mid-2000s, this is how they used to run Bristol. And you didn't dare leave the bottom. Dylan Glass at the wall? Not sure, but look, this is how big of a lead Allman has. If you look up ahead, Christopher Dean has already gone back past the 25 truck. So if he can catch Allman, he will be back on the lead lap here. I think I see the strategy that's shaping up here now. I could be wrong here, as Keith Calhoun is on pit road. So, and Zach Allman's in. I wonder if Dean is trying to make up as much time as he can with fresh tires and then trying to get ahead so that he pits again with the leaders and almost gains track position that way. Interesting. And here comes the leader, the man who's led the most laps tonight on pit road. As Calhoun leaves pit road, right side tires on. Those guys are not practicing social distancing right there in that garage. Come on, people. Spread out. $14.5. And Chris Evans has stayed out in the 23 truck. And right now, he is the only truck on the lead lap. So the question going to be, when does he come to pit road? Right now is your answer in there. It's got to get tricky. You got to cut it down here to the bottom. Right there, you got to be, actually, right here, you got to be at 35. This is one of those pit roads where you have to cross that yellow line over there where the orange box is and then cross this line, or else you'll get a penalty for the commitment box. Not many tracks on iRacing have that. All the way around, 35 mile an hour. Feels like you're crawling. And here comes Allman. He'll come by and take the lead here from Evans. Check on Dean. Here he is now up in the 5th position. Trying to see here. I believe he is a lap down as Dylan Glass is going to go by here. So, yes, Christopher Dean has gone back a lap down now. So the question is, when does he come back to pit road and maybe use this last set of tires? That's got to be what his strategy is. I could be wrong. But there are only 2 trucks on the lead lap right now. Right back there in that background, if you saw it there, we'll go gearbox here. You will see the leader coming into the picture. If you look back there, that green truck, that is Allman. And you're only on the straightaway for roughly 3.5, 4 seconds. Let's count. 1, 2, 2.5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds on the straightaway. So that just shows you it's not much of a deficit from right there. So we look on from the blimp. There's the leader. Look at this mess. It's actually coming to put Dean a second lap down. He's got Robert Lukens there in front. Looking over the last great Coliseum here at Bristol. One of the tracks that I've never been to, and it's going to be a dream one day when I get to be there. It's called Thunder Valley because when these cars are on a track, or trucks in this case, it literally sounds like thunder outside. And then you leave the track and you can't hear a thing. Believe it or not, I was going to say we had a battle for position, but Josephson has gone by Dean for 5th. Make that 6, actually. J.D. Green up in the 5th position right now. So, one track on the lead lap, and then you got Calhoun and Evans and J.D. Green are 1 lap down, according to my telemetry. And Dylan Glass has actually made time on Allman. And I don't know if this is Allman saving tires, but right here, let's actually go to the front, and I'll set this up where you can see the lap times here. And this could be on, you know what, Allman's running the bottom. That's part of it. But you see where every lap, except for the last 2, Allman has been faster, Glass has been faster than Allman. Let's see this time, 15.6 for Allman. And, well, 15.65 there, also with a 3 at the end. Yeah, so Allman's starting to actually stretch it out just a little bit more. So I mentioned if Allman can finish off this dominant performance, it will be his 3rd straight win. He won at Charlotte Labor Day weekend and went to Darlington and won that race. Coming into this race, he's led 79 of the last 200 laps. Both those races the last couple weeks were 100-lap races. Tonight a 200-lap race, and Allman has led well over 100 of these laps. So by the end of this, if he finishes off these last 34 laps, looking at somewhere in the range of close to 200 laps led and over half the distance in the last 3 races. Reminds me of somebody else who drives that 18 truck or car. Well, not this season, unfortunately, but usually. So Christopher Dean has come to pit road, I should say, in 14.7. He is back on the track with fresh tires, so we will keep him in check now and see where he ends up here, because he is going to be coming through the field again. Watch this. Able to just sail it in there. Gonna go to the top. Lucan's going to let him go by. And battle for third. Right here, Chris Evans underneath Keith Calhoun. These guys have been fighting for the last few minutes here for this third position. Calhoun able to hold him off here. As we'll see 26 laps to go next time by. How is this race going to transpire? How will it end? Well, Allman, one truck in the wall right in front here. I think that was Josephson there, yeah. Can Allman finish this off and make it 3 in a row? If you're new to the stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody watching here this evening. Looking over, seeing a decent number of viewers. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. We're on most nights throughout the week. Haven't actually been on streaming since last Thursday night with the Short Track Super League that you'll see tomorrow night here. But took a few days, just kind of relaxed, and actually ran a 24-hour of Le Mans race this past weekend. Took me a couple days to kind of, well, took me about a day. I mean, I was okay because I got some sleep that night and stuff, so I had definitely fun doing that. Raised some money for ovarian cancer awareness. Shout out to the LMCgear.com guys that we usually cover on Monday nights. Ran with those guys and had a blast. Drove that new LMP2 car. That's a fun car. And you're talking to a guy that doesn't do well on road courses. So that fight continues on for third as Dylan Glass here running in second. He's about 12 seconds back from this guy here. Who ran off and hid. Or hid, or whatever the English would be. He's out in Pigeon Forge right now. The rest of us are at Bristol. As another acorn hits my roof. I just heard that. Again, just hoping to get through these 2 days of broadcasting we have, but I do want to say thoughts and prayers to those watching that have family members down in Florida. I have some on the east coast of Florida, not being affected by Sally, but the west coast of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, those guys there being affected by Hurricane Sally. I'm actually in the northeastern side of Georgia, right to the north of where the track of Sally goes after it's obviously downgraded to tropical depression, becomes subtropical, and goes out with the cold front that's pushing this thing out back to the east. It's going to go just to the south of us, but we are getting a lot of rain for the next 3 days because of the storm. So a lot of wind, too. I think tomorrow they were talking about 50-mile-an-hour gust here and stuff. So imagine driving a FedEx truck like I do at that kind of wind. So Calhoun is really pulled away from Chris Evans. Some 4 seconds in the last couple laps. This shows you how much saving your tires helps you here. Now Allman got it up to 14 seconds almost here, and he is starting to catch a glass to try to put him 1 lap down, which would complete the series of lapping the field. Seeing how quick laps are around here. Now that little flash of white you're seeing on the screen, those are actually the tethers to the scoreboard that is over in the infield of the track. So don't think that like your screen's flipping out or something off this view. So 9 laps to go in a race that has only taken 52 minutes to run. That just shows you how quick. Again, about 4 laps in a minute. Obviously, add the pit stops in there. Get you a little extra time and stuff. So Allman 7 seconds away from a win, and I'm literally looking through the field. And everybody's pretty much spread out for position. Well, we'll show you who's out here on the track still. There's Dylan Glass. Give him credit for what looks to be a second-place run unless something happens. Keith Calhoun, he has been up and down the leaderboard tonight. Elevator style, we'll call it. He is running 3rd. Chris Evans in the 4th position. J.D. Green there in the 5th spot. Looks like he'll finish off another top 5 run tonight. Lucas Josephson in the 6th position. And then Christopher Dean with the fresh tires, fresher tires now, not so fresh anymore, running 7th. You got Robert Lukens in 8th. And then Will Barlow, the last truck on the track, that Hooters Chevrolet, in the 9th position. The rest of the trucks, unfortunately, behind the wall with issues. And right here, Allman has caught Glass, going to try to put him a lap down. This would put the field a lap down. That would be the 2nd time this would happen this year. Keith Calhoun did it back at Eldora. I'm sorry, Watkins Glen. Eldora, he led every lap. See if he can pull it off, but either way, he'll come to the white flag. Final lap here at Bristol, and a 3rd straight win. He's doing everything he can to make a run at his teammate Keith Calhoun for a championship. And they'll go to Homestead with 3 straight wins. Zach Allman, winner at Bristol.
Good job. Good race, guys.
Who would have thought at Bristol, no cautions?
You heard it right there. Caution free, 200 laps.
Good.
They tried to have a couple cautions, but didn't happen. Allman's getting good at this whole burnout thing. Been watching somebody else in that 18 car with burnouts. I'm waiting to see if he does the one burnout that I've always wanted to do here. That doesn't look like he's going to. I've always thought it'd be cool to do a burnout climb into banking. That's just me, though. All right, he'll go to victory lane, and let's take a look at the final results from the race tonight. Glass holds on to stay on the lead lap. Allman, Glass, Calhoun, Evans, Green, Lucas Josephson, Christopher Dean, Robert Lukens. Finishing 8th, Will Barlow, Ikavachi, Maori, Swafford, and Barnes. Your 13 racers and how they finished here this evening. Now, let's go back here before we go talk to our top finishers in this race. I want to bring up the point standings again. Let's get this off the screen. Give me 1 second. There we go. So Calhoun led by 89 over Allman. Calhoun finished 3rd. So Allman's going to gain a little bit back. He'll probably be less than 80 on the safe side of things to the point lead. So it is going to be, it looks like a 4-man show. Dean's going to lose a decent amount tonight. But Glass going to be in there, and also Allman going to be the 4-man show that goes for the championship next week at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Again, we'll have all 300 miles for you live on Captain TV next week. So let's talk to our finishers. I'm going to hold off on talking to the winner until the end here. Let's actually get, and I don't think Dylan's in here, so we're actually going to get third. We'll get the guys who are in contention. Let's start with Keith. Actually, let's bring Keith up here to be first. Keith Calhoun, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Elevator style tonight. Up, down, up, down, up, down the standings, and basically finishing 3rd tonight. Going to leave here with a decent point lead, a little bit wider than you had last week. Coming into Homestead for next week. How are you feeling knowing that you got a teammate that is literally like the little Chihuahua dog that just does not get away from the back of your ankles?
I don't know, man. I had a few good tracks. He's had a few good tracks now, so luckily I don't think he's challenging me in the points lead, so I don't got to worry about it too much. I'm just happy that he's getting some wins.
We'll talk about the racing tonight. Caution free. 200 laps tonight. Finished it in under an hour. So obviously some great racing out there, but the tire wear seemed to be the strategy or the story tonight. How much these tires fell off.
Yeah, I don't know if I never thought I'd be in a league that I can say we went 200 laps green at Bristol. So props to this league, and it's the best league I've ever been in. But yeah, so on the first fuel run, I just absolutely murdered my tires because I changed my offset, and I was turning way too much, way more than I was used to, and I was just killing the tires without even realizing it. And so I went a lap down, fell back all the way to like 11th place. And so on the next 2 fuel runs, I just did my best to save the tires as much as possible. Actually, this is when I put in your strategy into effect. I was braking before the turn. Right before the turn, I was turning in and I was off the brakes. I was just rolling it around, getting on the gas about mid to 60% turn, and that was saving my tires so damn good and giving me an awesome run. So that's how I was able to get up to 3rd after being so far down.
Haven't I told you never listen to me? Nobody else does.
Yeah, thank goodness they didn't, man, because would have had a lot more people to race against in those final 2 field runs.
Well, you did a fantastic job tonight. 3rd place finish is always Mr. Consistency, and I have to ask before I go, what was for dinner tonight?
Today it was pot stickers with some white rice.
Very good. Yes, sir. I'll have to get you hooked on to ginger sauce to put on that rice next time.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, just saying. We'll talk about that
Huh.
off the air. But anywho,
Okay.
nice job, Keith. Shout outs, whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, first of all, shout outs to my wife making those pot stickers and just having my back. Shout outs to my team, PPM, Peak Performance Motorsports, with Zach and Chris and Chris Evans and Chris Dean. And shout out to Travis for keeping this going. Next season is going to be absolutely awesome. Can't wait for that. And thanks for broadcasting, Chris.
Absolutely, Keith. Appreciate your time. And we'll see you down in South Florida next week.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you there.
Absolutely. Keith Calhoun finishing third as he enters Homestead next week with the championship point lead coming up next week. So let's get Evans. We'll bring him up here. As Chris Evans, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I do.
Chris, you finished in the 4th position. Looks like math-wise, unfortunately, won't be running for the championship next week, but still a good run for you tonight in that top 5, and it looks like you had a truck that was pretty competitive throughout the night.
Yeah, tonight actually, it's pretty confident going into night practice. Last night is running pretty fast, and back-to-back top 5s here, and hopefully close season on a bang.
Yeah, Homestead's next week, a track that a mile and a half, wears out the tires. Obviously a lot like Bristol, but one that, I mean, if you want to look at the closest racetrack you guys have run this year to that would be Charlotte, but that one doesn't wear his tires as much as Homestead's going to. A mile and a half, you can be hit or miss.
Oh, it depends really on how. If I can find my rhythm early. For me, it's more a rhythm game than, I guess, skill.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, with those long sweeping corners at that track, it definitely can play a role. Pit stops tonight. I mean, you were spending over a minute on pit road. I actually was timing it from the start of pit road all the way to the exit of turn 1. It was about a minute of delta time on pit road. How did that feel just going down pit road at 30 mile an hour and watching everybody fly on by?
Yeah, well, that second pit stop I did, I was really on fumes down pit there, so that felt more bad. That's probably why I lost the spot to Keith there, but it was kind of hard to watch people go by, but at the same time, you had to happen.
Everybody okay in there?
Oh, yeah.
Nice job. Oh, darn cats. Nice job, and shout out to whoever you'd like.
The team, PPM, even though the year we may have a little announcement, but maybe we don't know yet. And you putting us on, Travis. This week I did a tribute to Rusty Wallace, King of Bristol, so him too.
Well, nice job tonight, Chris, and congratulations on your 4th place run.
Thank you.
Chris Evans finishing in the 4th position. Let's get Mr. Dean up here real quickly. As Chris joins us here in the 48. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I didn't just come down to your guys' channel again like I did last week. But anyways, you finished tonight in 7th. Looks like a little bit of a different strategy. Talk about what you were doing there. Was it something just trying to get fresh tires, trying something different, knowing that just a finish you might get wasn't going to be the best, and you were wanting to try to minimize the loss of points, or what was the situation there?
Yeah, on the first pit stop, green flag pit stop, I missed my pit box. So I had to drive all the way around and back through. So, I mean, I was 2 lap down or however many at that point, and I was just trying to get fresh tires and hope I had fresher tires if a caution came out, or just trying to, But, with this league, we don't get cautions.
Nah, I mean, unlike any other league we run in on iRacing, that caution after caution after caution. This one, now, we don't do that here. But, you know what? That's a compliment to you guys and the way you race. Obviously, some great racing tonight. You definitely made it fun watching you fly through the field at about a half second faster than everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but it's just you can't, trying to not make mistakes, and on the first pit stop miss my box. I mean, that just destroyed my whole night, but it is what it is.
So what? How do you get your mindset focused to go into Homestead next week, and knowing you still got a shot to catch Keith with the way the point setup is here with the old NASCAR scoring from back in the early 2000s and stuff? You could still catch Keith. What kind of strategy do you just go for, run laps and try to win this thing, or what do you do?
I think with the way the bonus points are and all that, I have to come out, try and get the pole, lead the most laps. I mean, just dominate every category and hope someone else, hope Keith has trouble, speeds on pit road, gets in a wreck, or something. I think me and Almond are going to be pretty close for second right now, so it's anyone's game at this point.
Well, it's been fun to watch, and I guess the news is that Peak Performance will likely, I say that because it's 75% chance with Dylan in there, win the championship next week, but obviously got to run the race, and that's what's great about sports is you have to perform the event. But send a shout out whoever you like to.
Just shout out to my teammates, man, and you for putting this on, and Travis for running the league.
Well, nice job, Chris, and we'll see you in South Florida.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, Christopher Dean there, and all right, let's get the guy here in Victory Lane as we've climbed up here to the top of the garage in turn 3 and 4 at Zach Allman. Seems like the king of the Southeast all of a sudden here. He's run through Charlotte. He dominated Darlington and comes up here to Bristol and takes over Tennessee also. Zach, third win in a row. You've led over 200 laps in the last 3 races. What has been the secret here?
I feel like we've just had some fast trucks over at East Racing, and probably just strategy and just having a little luck, I guess.
Well, you've been on the move, gaining a lot of points here. You're going to gain some more on Keith tonight. Led to most laps and getting a victory here. You're a Floridian, and you're going to Homestead next week. Chance to win one at your home track. That would be on the series. But also that chance to win a championship with a Tony Stewart 2011 type run. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, we just kind of have to have Homestead go our way and hope it doesn't go well for Keith, and kind of just got to win in order to at least try and beat him in championship points. But other than that, I feel like we have a good shot going into Homestead. Got a lot of momentum on our sides.
How much was saving your tires in your early run tonight key? Because I do know, like, early in the race, you started obviously back in 7th, and you didn't really make any moves to start with. But then as we went about 15, 20 laps, all of a sudden that 18 truck came to life, and you were passing people like they were no tomorrow.
Yeah, we just I feel like for the first 20 laps, we were just trying to get some rubber in the lower lane, try and get it going. But after a while, I just realized this was not going to work with just me and no one else really helping. So eventually I just kind of had to move up and make the moves when they came to me, I guess.
Well, it worked out. You got yourself your 3rd win of the season, 3rd in a row. Going to go for the 4th win and finish the season off next week at Homestead. As always, send shout-outs whoever you'd like to.
I'd like to thank Twin Cities Aviation, and I'd also like to thank TI Racing and, of course, my teammates.
All right, Zach. Well, nice job, and go celebrate with the Peak guys, and we'll go down to South Beach and have a good time next week.
Yep, should be fun.
All right, Zach Allman, your winner tonight, 3rd straight win for he and his Peak Performance guys. 75% chance they win the championship next week because, well, they got 3 of the top 4 positions in the points. So nice job and congratulations to those guys, and I'm sure they'll have a nice little fun time next week in Homestead as we get ready for that race. So, all right, that's going to do it for tonight. Next Wednesday we'll be on the air. Look for an earlier start time. I believe the race is going green at 7:45. I'll have to look again at that time, but I know we're going to start a little earlier next Wednesday because of the longer race, 300 miles next week to crown the champion at Homestead Miami Speedway. So hopefully you enjoyed the race this evening. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to join us. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow night for the Short Track Super League. We'll be at the Las Vegas Bull Ring. So I got a long flight out to Vegas to go enjoy some short track racing tomorrow night. Shout out to all the viewers. Appreciate you guys watching, and appreciate all the drivers. Appreciate Travis Iacovanci for allowing me to come up here and broadcast and allowing us to be a part of Season 2 next season, which hopefully we'll have some new and improved stuff for that. So, as always, Captain signing off. If somebody gets mad at you and says this is just a game, tell them nope, it's iRacing. See ya!